Today, we'll be solving LeetCode 417, Pacific Atlantic Water Flow. We start by defining a function called Pacific Atlantic that takes in the matrix heights. The first thing we do is check if heights is empty. We say if not heights or not heights at 0, then return an empty list. This handles the edge case where the grid is invalid. Next, we get the number of rows by saying rows equals length of heights, and the number of columns by saying cols equals length of heights at 0. These will help us navigate through the grid. We then create two sets called Pacific and Atlantic. Each of these sets will hold the coordinates of cells that can flow to their respective ocean. Now we define our DFS function. We say def DFS with arguments r, c, and visited. The first thing inside DFS is to add the current cell to the visited set, because we are now marking this cell as able to reach the ocean we are exploring. Then, we loop through the four possible directions, up, down, left, and right. For each new row and new column, we check two conditions. First, we make sure the new cell is inside the grid. Second, we check if the new cell's height is greater than or equal to the current cell's height. This is important, because water can only flow downhill or on flat ground, which means if we are traveling backward from the ocean, we can only move to a neighbor with equal or greater height. If these conditions are met and the neighbor has not been visited yet, we call DFS on that neighbor. Next, we run DFS for all the Pacific Ocean starting points. That means every cell in the top row and every cell in the left column. We pass in the Pacific set so we know which cells can reach the Pacific. Similarly, we run DFS for the Atlantic Ocean starting points, which are every cell in the bottom row and every cell in the right column. We pass in the Atlantic set for those searches. After both searches are complete, the Pacific set contains all cells that can flow into the Pacific Ocean, and the Atlantic set contains all cells that can flow into the Atlantic Ocean. The final result is simply the intersection of these two sets. So, we say result equals the list of cells in Pacific intersect Atlantic, and we return result.